Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another beautiful harvest morning for us. I think it's about 9 o'clock on Thursday, October 10th here. And I have already dropped 2 loads at the local elevator. And the reason I had to drop them so early was because they are closing down here in I think the next couple hours because they are full. They have no more room for beans, which is unfortunate because the farm we're working on right now is split 50-50 and that's got to go to town. We are switching gears today. We're going to move to one of the few farms left that we cash rent so that we can start hauling back into our own bins. Like, I'm gonna switch some things up on you a little bit. And I believe Mom is going to be the star of the video today. She's decided that she's willing to be in front of the camera for at least one day. Give it a shot, see how it goes.
Show me how to work it.
Are you ready to become a superstar overnight?
Yeah, life in the day. A day in the life.
Oh, jeez. Yep. Are y'all ready?
My home, I'm ready. My home for the day. Good morning, folks. This is Jenny Cates. I'm Jared's mom, Kevin's wife. Apparently, you're in for a day in the life of the auger wagon driver. So that's my job today, making my YouTube debut. Some people call it auger wagon, some people call it grain cart. A lot of people call it the worst job on the farm, but I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I enjoy being out and helping the guys, being a part of the farm every day. I got the opportunity to retire at 50, which is a blessing. And I have been able to help the guys on the farm ever since probably about 5 or 6 years now. So I've been in the wagon about 5 years. They've been patient with me as I learn, and it's really a pretty cool job. Other than the fact that I need to read minds and be exactly where I'm supposed to be at all times, it's not too bad. We're getting ready to transport. We move in the morning, so we wash the windows, check the oil, get all the tractors going. I spend most of my days in a John Deere 8360, pulling the wagon behind me wherever I need to go, catching corn out of the combine for Kevin. So Jared told me not to try to record and drive at the same time. Right now we need to move. We're moving from one farm to the next to get started, and it's about 9:45 already. By the time the beans get dry, it usually takes us till about 10 o'clock to get going. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of information, questions I would ask if I was watching videos on farming. What's it like to move, great big tractor and great big auger wagon? Kind of one of my anxieties when I first started, but it's really not that bad. People are pretty cordial. Besides, I'm bigger than they are, so I always win. Okay, so we have arrived. Waiting on the guys to kind of get a little corner cut out of this field so I can get off the road. And Jared's got the head off, and on the combine, he'll be pulling that head mover in, kind of just a vacant space. Shout out to the Bennett family today. We'll be cutting their beans. Moving on. So my view at the moment, I just kind of sit and wait for him to get enough beans on where he needs me. I watch for flashing lights. It means he's half full when his lights come on the top of the cab of the combine, so I have to start paying attention. He'll come back around my way, just doing end rows right now until we get to the place where we can just go back and forth, and I'll catch him about every other round with beans. Beans are slow. I spend a lot of time just sitting, waiting on him. But corn is really busy. Corn, I gotta run rampant, So trying to keep up with him, he can cut corn, shell corn a whole lot faster. But beans, it's not so bad. I'm just catching him right now, sitting still while he's doing end rows. We get all all the end rows done around the outside, and then I can catch him on the go. The auto steer is fantastic, especially when we're cutting beans. You can see in the camera there how close. I'm only about 3 feet from the bean head on the combine when I'm catching him on the go. So for me to drive a straight line, look over my shoulder and catch his beans without the GPS would be really difficult. I get a little anxious, anxiety, I get a little nervous, but I just push a button, it auto steers, and I can run right along beside him and catch him as he goes. So it's actually really cool and pretty easy. Okay guys, well I'm sitting here waiting to be unloaded, which I do a lot of. Thought I'd give you a little bit of a cab tour, kind of show you what the screens and things I have to work with. I actually have a camera down here. If you can see my camera, I can switch to my rear if I'm driving, but most of the time while I'm here I keep it on my auger so I can see inside the semis when I'm unloading. I can see the level of the grain inside the semi, so that camera is on my unloading auger. Then we've got our data. This is just an iPad, so I use the iPad for the data on what field.
That'd probably be nice to do that.
Turn the radio down, they don't need me right now. I use the iPad, identifies what field we're in, what truck I'm unloading into, what bin the grain is going to. It downloads all that data into iFarm so that we can access it later. Then I've got my tractor diagnostics, which I don't do much with. The guys kind of manage all of that, and I just make sure no red lights come on throughout the day. But this is where I set up my GPS parameters. I can set my my heading for my GPS. It's a pretty nice way to work on a day when the weather is good. After spending 25 years in a factory, in an office, this is pretty cool. One of the things I love about this job is that we often muster up rabbits and squirrels, even some field mice. So because of that, we tend to get some visitors. But it's pretty common around here. I love eagles. They're the greatest thing ever. They're so beautiful. And they join us on a regular basis. Got the GPS set, and we're catching on the go. It's a small field, so it takes him about 3 or 4 rounds to get enough for me to dump. Pretty dusty. Sometimes it gets hard to see out the window.
Stay put when you're empty, I'll just bring it to
you. Just like that, 25 acres is done, and we'll be moving on.
All right, well the 2 trucks that just came off that farm that Mom and Dad finished are here. This bin will hold 5,000 bushels. We've put 4 pretty good loads in it, and my truck is fuller than we thought. I just broke a step. Can you see in there? Looks like we've got right at, looks like a ring and a half left. So if you take those 6 rings, divide that by a 5,000 bushel bin, that gives us about 770 bushels per ring. So we've probably got maybe 1,000 bushels of space, and I'm kind of pushing 1,000 bushels, so it's gonna be close. Might need this. One hopper? No, I bet it all fits. You do? Yeah. It'll be close, but I think it will. Well, it all fit. I think we had like less than 1 rib on the far side and like 3 on the side near the door. So could have probably fit another 50 bushels in there, but we need the auger somewhere else, so we're gonna call that bin full. But it's a long trip, so I'm going to swap that tractor out for that one. Little more comfortable ride.
So we're at the new field here. Got going. Guys are having to set up a new bin with trying to get this all set up. So having a meeting of the minds. Really, they do work good together. You probably ask if everything is as fun and as silly as what Jared portrays sometimes, and most of the time, yeah, it is. So I'm sure they will figure out the best way to do it, and they'll get this auger all set up, and we'll be able to fill that bin up today.
Well, we finally got the auger moved up here. We got it set. Figuring out how we wanted to set this was an absolute pain in the butt. So right now, this field's really nice. So Mom just has to dump on Dustin, and then Dustin straight dumps it into the bin. Nobody has to move. Makes it really easy on us truck drivers. We can kind of just sit here and hang out. And we've also got it set up so that the next field, in order to finish this bin, we can just come around the drive, pull up there, and back in. Our latest issue with this bin, so we actually have a spreader still in this one, which helps spread the grain out, and I'd show you what it looked like, but bin's just straight dust. I can't even see in it. So it is overheating on us. We finally got it started back up, so let's see how long it lasts. We're not gonna run it near as hard as we were because we're in no rush. And the only thing we need is for that to not shut off again. All right. Now, I don't know how loud that is, but the way this spreader works is we're actually dumping on top of an electric motor so the shaft is pointing down and it's got an angled pan under it that sits there and spins, and it's throwing you can hear it, that it's throwing the beans out in a big circle. Most of the time we don't have good luck with them, but this one seems to be doing a pretty good job when it stays running.
It's always good to see the last row disappear for the day. So as we watch him go by, getting that last round off of this farm and finishing up one more in the books. It was a good day. Appreciate your attention, appreciate you watching, and it was pretty fun making my YouTube debut. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And just like that, it's well after dark again. And I'm sorry to all the people on the road. But there's no way I'm sitting here listening to that. Dad's chewing through the last 10 acres or so, and he's going to get me loaded, and there'll be about half a load on the auger cart. But we're pushing about 140 acres today, and I mean, for us, one combine, 40-foot head, it's a pretty good day. I think I can count on one hand the number of farms we have left for beans anyway. Haven't even hardly started corn. And just like that, I'm loaded for morning. And that brings another bean harvest day to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope Mom, I have not seen any of the video yet, so I hope Mom did a great job. I hope you guys enjoyed everything from her point of view. And in case you were wondering, back in the 1940s, a chicken once lived 18 months without a head. We'll see you guys in the next one.